Hi everyone. Hey y'all. I wanted to get on here and make a quick live about this interview that Kimmi did. So I'm going to wait a minute, maybe like 3 minutes, 3 to 5 minutes to see if any more people come in the chat today. Because we all know, Kimmi and Marie's boring, right? They don't never really give us too much of anything. Anyway, hey y'all, let me know if the music is drowning me out. I'm about to turn it down a little bit anyways, because y'all getting up in here. Hey everybody. Hi. Yes, I am on the road today. Let me turn my camera on. Hey y'all. I tried to black out my apartment, but my cat be acting crazy when I try to black out my apartment, like the world is ending. So she tore it down in the back. Hey everybody. Hey Mo in the city. Yes, I am on the road today. If you talking about that video with Marceau and Letitia, we're going to get into it because I want to talk some more about that anyways. Hi. Let's see. Hey, Lady C. Hello, everyone. Yes, hit the like button. Yvette, hi. Jasmine, hi. Hello. What's up, y'all? Thank y'all for joining my live. I do appreciate it. I always feel funny getting on live because I don't know, coffee looking at but no, seriously, I always feel odd getting on live. I don't know, because odd live is hard to keep the people entertained, in my opinion. Okay, but I'm gonna let everybody get up in here because I want to talk about this interview with Kimmi and Carlos. I cut it down, so I got about 20 minutes of it that I want to review. I want to make this live like 1 hour because I want to do another live at like 7 o'clock, 7:30, where we talk about the press tour that Walkie Talkie went on with Carlos. I also want to talk about the live that Kenya had did with Carlos. Apparently, somebody told me that live was like old, and that was the live that he was talking about in that interview. So if y'all notice, my video is down because at the end of that video, I added in when Walkie Talkie and Sheree was, on Bravo, and they gave me a copy. They didn't give me a strike, but it was copywritten. And which was crazy because I let it sit on there for a whole day to see if they was gonna copyright it, and they didn't. Just like my other video, that video was up there for a whole week. And then they copywritten it. So Bravo seemingly don't play. So when it comes to Bravo, I'm gonna just give y'all the heads up. I don't think I'm gonna ever like play their clips like to where y'all can see what's going on. I'll maybe clip very small parts so y'all can see like important details with Hotel and Sheree. But other than that, I can't really play too much of Bravo clips because they be copywriting me. And then it's like, I'll let it wait. I'll let it process. They don't say anything about it. So I upload it and they'll literally wait a whole week. I can't believe it. Hey, who said that? Hey, PSR. Hi. Miss Mary. Hi. Greetings, Queen Supreme. Hello. Hey. Okay. So I want to get into this. We're going to talk about Martell in a different live. So I'm going to do a live at 7:30. So I got to make this live like an hour, 30 minutes max. Really just an hour. because I want to talk about the foundation that we were talking about earlier. Yeah, Bravo show don't play. Yeah, they show don't. They were hitting me back to back to back. Well, not back to back, but I'm gonna have to figure out how to play around with Bravo clips. Okay, so yeah, because I want to talk about Letitia and Marceau, this foundation. We ain't never heard of this foundation, but apparently the foundation it has a Facebook page, or it has had a Facebook page since 2021, right? And so annual, they also had the Destiny race that was in 2021. So I don't know what they did for 2022. I wonder if these people got that money, right? Because they were supposed to be winning some money. Does anybody know if these people, or if the people that were supposed to win money, if they won any money? Please, can somebody tell me? I'm interested in knowing. Because I think it was supposed to be like a 2,500. What is it? Yeah, 2,500 cash prize. See, my cat, I don't know if y'all can see her. I'm telling you, she's back there acting like a banshee. She think the world is ending. But yeah, so they were supposed to win, or the people were supposed to win a 2,500 cash prize. Did anybody hear about that? Hey, Jasmine. Oh, not Jasmine. Oh yeah, there go Melody Hope. Hey, whore. Oh my gosh, I told y'all that I have Melody Holt's IP address, and we were going to expose this person on my troll stoppers. I don't have it ready right now, but my next live, I promise you, that hoe got to go. Please don't ever worry about it. You can always troll me, but make sure when you troll me, your face is up here. Melody Holt. I'm glad you came in my live, baby. I like all of that. Yes, this person. So this person will be on my troll stoppers on my next live. This person. So if y'all look, yep. This person will be on my this is going to be my first troll stoppers person. I'm ready. Right. I'm glad you know you have VPN. Plenty of people hack. Like, anyway, so I'm gonna go ahead and get this person out my chat, but this broad will be the first person we show. Cause that hoe ugly in real life. That hoe ugly in real life. That hoe look like a big toe. And all them people she sharing Wi-Fi with. Anywho, okay, y'all. So we're gonna be talking about Kimmi. I'm sorry, I had to get that person out my live. This is that, like, I'm gonna unblock that person because I want that hoe on my troll stopper live. This the wrong live for that hoe to be on. Ho, you need to come back when I do troll stoppers, when we got that ugly ass face plastered up here. That's when you need to be up here, when it's time to be accountable, broad. But anyways, okay, I'm sorry, y'all. That's besides the point. So we were in here talking about they did the foundation. Yeah. Like, come on, find you somebody to play with. I definitely find IP addresses, talking about VPNs. That's a conversation for a whole nother day, but I like people that like to think they can come over here and play with me. Anybody can get into a VPN if you know what you're doing. Come on, stop playing. Find you somebody else to play with. But anyways, so they had the Destiny race. This was in 2021. I don't know. Maybe try Bravo. Hold on, let me see. Y'all, please come to my troll stoppers. Please. I ain't gonna dox them, no. Please come to troll stoppers. Sis, please be careful and don't publicly don't anyone. But please get them. Yeah, I don't plan on doxing nobody or nowhere, nothing like that. Yeah, I don't plan on doing nothing like that. She ugly, so I think we need to know who we talking about. How is there a link? What do you mean, Jasmine? How is there a link to what? It's either Hotel, Coleslaw, Peggy, Wanda, Stormy. You'll be surprised who be on these things, y'all. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Okay, so yeah, y'all let me know. I want to know, like, did anybody ever? When is the troll stoppers? I'm gonna let y'all know because I have 3 people that I want to show first. 3 people been trolling me consistently, nonstop. So, oh no, the troll stoppers. Okay, troll stoppers. I'm gonna do a live. My live is going to be troll stoppers. I'm going to plaster my 3 trolls, my 3 consistent trolls face on my live. But yeah, it was a $2,500 cash prize. Did anybody win that? I haven't heard anything about it. Did they posted it on Black? Let me scroll on the Black Instagram real quick, because wouldn't they post something like that, right? If somebody won a $2,500 cash prize at their restaurant, that's worthy of a post, right? Black Cigar Lounge. So yeah, y'all, we gonna do the live. Don't worry about it. I love trolls. I'm the biggest one of them all. The problem is you need, and then that person talking about VPN, that person don't even use VPN. And that person talking about VPN because they heard me mention VPN in another one of my lives. But the gag is there's a way that you can maneuver around VPN as well. So when y'all hosts think y'all can come over here and troll people, understand that, you know, a lot of the content creators, you know, maybe have jobs or are professional people, you know, older, wiser in age. Okay, baby, I'm young and I have time. I'm younger with time. I don't have no job, okay? As a matter of fact, YouTube is my job. I'm surprised YouTube is this profitable. Hey, y'all. Okay, but anyway, so yeah. Hi, DT. Hey, okay. So a troll had came in here, so we was talking about trolls and my troll stopper thing. All right. But anyways, so yeah, so make sure y'all have time when you come over here trying to troll me, all right? Make sure you got time. Make sure your mammy ain't gonna be embarrassed about how you coming over here behaving, all right? Make sure your churn ain't in school to where they're gonna be embarrassed about how they mammy behaving on the internet, right? All right. And make sure you ain't nobody baby daddy. Please, love. Make sure that. But anyway, so yeah, the Destiny race. I'm scrolling on their Instagram. Let me see how far back I am. Okay, let me keep scrolling. Let me keep scrolling. Let me keep scrolling. Scrolling. Scrolling on the gram. Do. Okay, because I need proof. Okay. I need proof, baby. Let me see. This was 2020. Okay, we in 2020. Hold on. 2020. Okay, Black Love. Okay, we in 2021. So what's this date? This date is July 17th. Let me hold this up so y'all can see. This date is July 17th. Wait, hold on. Girl, this is my private account. Let me not. I'm at my personal account. March. We are March. June. Okay, June. That's July 17th. Okay, let me see. Okay, y'all. Wait, what was this? Wait, let me see. What is this? Black tie attire, May 15th. Okay, so they did this. Hold on. They did this before. Wait, let me see. tonight, come out and taste. No, it's just a black tie attire. So this was just a black. I don't know what this was. This was the let me see. Let me show y'all. This was this. Well, that wasn't the Destiny race that I'm showing up here, but I'm just saying this was in, I'm trying to find, okay, June. So I'm in June. Let me go up to July. But we passed July. Okay, July 27th. That's July 17th. July 13th. Let's see, July 20th. Okay, so we don't know who won. They ain't post no winner on the Instagram. And I feel like businesses will post that. That'll make people come to your establishment if somebody won a $2,500 prize. Don't y'all think? Y'all let me know, because I'm confused. Wait, not... nah. Yes, ma'am. Y'all don't gotta tell y'all age. You know what I'm saying? Keep that secret. Allegedly, this foundation sounds like a scam and a fraud because these birds haven't done a damn thing. I know that. I ain't seen them do anything either for the community. No. They using this nonprofit as a way to avoid paying the taxes. And you know what? It is my opinion that the nonprofit, think about it. They say that they're millionaires, but they want to raise at least $150,000. That's not nothing. You get what I'm saying? That's no money. That isn't, I just feel like for millionaires, if we're talking about, a nonprofit organization and raising funds, I don't know. Maybe it's me. I don't know. Maybe they don't have friends that would spend, $20,000, $30,000, $50,000 here. I don't know. I just feel like $500,000 may be more suitable for their tax bracket when it comes to nonprofit organizations. Not $150,000. They aiming low. You want to aim high. That seems like $150,000 is like renovation cost. Doesn't that sound like renovation cost? It sounds like renovation costs. It sounds like everything that they need to finish up the back end of the renovations on the home that they saying that they renovating. Hi. Right. I don't know. Y'all let me know if there was ever a winner, please. Hey, CRL. If there was ever a winner. Hi. Let me see. It's common sense to post the winner of your business competition, but at this rate, that's what I'm saying. Like, why wouldn't you post the people that won? So that's just something that I noticed. Like, okay, so apparently this is something that they have done before. Somebody was supposed to win. Look at the banshee bed there. Somebody was supposed to win. We don't know who won. So let's get into this. Let's get into this interview with Kimmi and Carlos. I uploaded this on my YouTube channel, but I have it private. So we're just gonna play it here. This is the video I'm gonna use for it. Let me see what y'all saying before we start playing it. They need to be honest about the whole thing. They really, yeah. Well, right. They need to be honest. But I think the problem is Letitia is the one that started bragging about, oh, we're multimillionaires. We multimillionaires. I don't know if y'all pay attention, but if you pay attention, you will hear Marceau say, oh, well, net worth, or having $1 million in net worth and having $1 million are completely different things. So he has tried to clarify it a few times, but Letitia seemingly wants to boast about being millionaires. So, that's just, they stuck in that. How many houses are they planning to even build with? I don't know. I don't know. That's what I'm saying. 150,000 seems just low end to me. That seems on a low scale. But this is what I think. I think that they are going to use that 150,000. Oh, hold on. Hold on, y'all. Let me get my little banner. Let me get my banner. Because we're going to talk about the Kimmi and Carlos interview. Don't get it twisted. But let me just say this really quick. Because we're going to put this back up here. I think this is a valid question, Taby. I think the $150,000 allegedly is going to be used to renovate one of their homes, and then they're going to, use it for, a single mom. They're going to allow a single mom to come up in there and pay rent on it. You know what I'm saying? That's just my opinion. Like, they're just going to use this to build a property of their own, and then say that it's one of the Scott's, what's their business name? Scott's. They're going to say it's one of the Scott's builds. Like when y'all saw Melody, her first home, that Houghton Hope custom home was beautiful. I believe that is what Marceau and Letitia are now trying to do, because we already called them out. How is it that you have this business, or what, he's a general contractor, but your home looks so shitty? I'm sorry. His home looks a mess, y'all. It looks disgusting. I wouldn't hire him for nothing. I wouldn't hire him for anything. So, hey, Latoya, that's just my opinion. So I think that they're going to be using that $150,000 to do renovations on one of the homes. You see, he's trying to get one of those houses back. So allegedly, he could be trying to, I don't know. It's just, they all over the place. Right. Just build a house. Just one. And then on top of that, they're still working under Houghton Hope, right? Martell doesn't have a builder's license. Who has the builder's license? They don't have builder's license. They're hiring people. They're hiring outside contractors to come in and get the job that they're supposed to have employees to do. So again, like, they're not really profiting, in my opinion. If you ask me, I don't see how that profits. There's nothing in-house. Every property that they are building, they have other people to build them. Yeah, Letitia was bragging about it in her interview. Right. But if you see them on that one video that he has on his Instagram, when they're outside and they got the Scout hats on, she's mentioning that as well. And then he mentions the net worth of 1 million. So yeah, Marceau did as well to Courtney. He said they made, he said they made $17 million each. No, he said that? To defend that. Right. I do think so. I think it's something going on. With a $5 million lawsuit, I wouldn't donate to anyone's nonprofit. I don't care who it is. For taxes, allegedly. Right. That $150K that $150K could be used to pay off the equipment lawsuit. Exactly. Y'all got to pay attention. Go look at all of the lawsuits that they have and the cost of them lawsuits. $150,000 is very low end. How to build a home? I don't know. That seems like renovation costs. Marceau told Stormy husband Courtney they had $17 million. And that's another reason why I don't think he had that money. People with $17 million ain't telling people they got $17 million. You want to know why? Because I'm finna think of 17 million reasons to sue your ass. What? You know how many people finna be thinking of reasons to sue them? Look at Stormy now. She came on here. You ain't got enough. Stormy, you better hope you have enough. Because people coming out the woodworks with anything. To sue somebody, like, come on. That's why you need to be quiet when you get wealth. Put all your assets in a trust. Get quiet. Get low. That's when you really need to start living below your means. Like, I know people with real money and they shop at, like, man, please. Okay, so let me get through these so we can play this video. My bad, y'all. They only have one raggedy house. They plan on building shacks. Right. They probably do plan on building shacks. Maybe Ariane can move in. Plus, according to the Zen Garden lawsuit, Marceau doesn't finish his jobs. Exactly. But what have we seen them actually complete on the show? If they have money, why not build your own home? You see what I'm saying? Why haven't they built it already? 150 either tax money or either home renovation. Thank you. Taxes or home renovation. That's not enough money to be trying to build homes. I don't know. Y'all let me know. Like I said, all commentary is alleged in my opinion, baby. Ain't no way. It says ain't no way you are building several homes for kids with $150,000, especially when homes. Thank you. That's all I'm trying to say. It just the numbers don't add up. The numbers don't add up. He was lying because he later came online to change his wording. That's a bold-faced lie, exactly. Oh my goodness, Marcel and Letitia lives in an apartment, right? I can't wait. Hey girl, I'm late. No, you ain't late, Leo. What's up? You just in time. We ain't even get to it. I'm finna start talking about the video in a minute. I just want to read the rest of these comments before I start. Apex was like, you didn't either now run us our 1.7 mil. Yeah. Didn't finish nothing. I would not trust Letitia and Marcel with none of my money. Me either. I wouldn't spend a dang on dime with them. Child, you look up Martell, it says 20 million. Exactly. I don't know why it says 20 million net worth. And we know Martell on the struggle bus. He on the slow bus, okay? I'm convinced that Marceau worked for a contractor because every time he posts about building something, it's a company doing it. That's what I think. I think he works for, I don't know what's going on, y'all. I don't know what's going on. Okay, but let's get into this Kimmi interview. I don't know if y'all see my cat, y'all. I told you she gonna get to acting like a banshee. I don't know why. She be embarrassing me when I get on live. Where are they building the homes? Exactly. I'm gonna need for them to give us more information. Can somebody interview them? We need more information. It says Scope was recently approved a permit for $1 million construction this year. Okay. Where does it says that at? Because I gotta go find that one, baby. T-Squad activated. Y'all loud and wrong, but won't even support the person y'all arguing over. Right. Right. You know what? Let's go see how many. I'm glad you said that. Let me go see how many, how much money they got on there. T-Squad activate. Let's see how much. Because at least we be loud and supportive of Mill. Okay. They still only got $100. And that's from Contessa. So where y'all at, T-Squad? Carlos is dead wrong if he's allowing this to line and scamming on it. Well, if it sounds too good to be true, that's because it is. Right, $150,000. Be for real. You can't keep playing in people's faces and on the internet. Right, you sure can't. Like, people gonna know eventually. Has anybody even tried to go on that site? Yes, nobody. It doesn't pull up. Like, the site doesn't come up. Where are they building the homes? We don't know where they building the homes. We don't know. I think they all lay in bed at night pissed that they didn't stop Martell from cheating. I don't know what they had going on. I think, okay. Subcontractor, right. He's a subcontractor. Okay, y'all, enough of them. Let's get into this interview. I'm finna read this last one with overtime put, and then we finna get into this Kimmi interview. It say, hi, everyone. A tiny home runs between 35,000, 50,000, but that's not connected to housing multiple children unless, I mean, I don't know. Maybe they are going to do, like, in Atlanta, I know they got these, what's them little small homes called? Habitat for Humanity homes. Maybe it's one of them. $100. They only got $100 in there. because nobody trusts them. Like Contessa could have gave him a rat, right? Contessa gave him $100, but that doesn't mean he will profit the. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, and then this is the last one I'm reading before we go ahead and play the Kimmi interview. It says all the loans in the thick tongues. Oh, I'm gonna call it thick tongue. All the loans in Tisha's name. She probably overextended and needed that money to make a loan payment, especially right. She do got hella loans in her name. Carlos, a scammer, allegedly. Ooh. Ooh. And ooh. Oh, Habitat has this. Oh, I'm saying like maybe they're trying to make some Habitat for Humanity homes or something. All right, y'all. Let's go ahead and get into this. This right here, Kimmi interview. Hold on, let me try to do something real quick. I want to try to put my screens next to each other. Hold on, y'all. Let's see. There we go. Okay, now I'm ready. Can y'all see my screen? Let me see what y'all seeing. Let's play the video. Let me know if y'all can hear it.
Say you're cancer free.
It's safe to say that I am cancer free and I am blessed. Cancer that I had. You have like a 5-year window where there is a potential that it could return. We're not claiming that. So we're not claiming that whatsoever.
What words of encouragement can you offer?
First and foremost, you got to stay prayed up. Like, I believe at the end of the day, a lot of getting through this journey is a mindset. It is a true mindset.
Can y'all hear?
I have a couple of friends that I communicate with that have had different kind of cancers in the past and that kind of thing. And we had talked about recently, medications and that kind of thing. And I opted not for antidepressants and pain medicines and those things because I felt like
somebody gave me a cash app while I'm on live. Thank you so much to Wanna Heal. And actually, once we're done, okay, I can see that y'all can hear. I'm glad y'all can hear. Okay, good. So once we get through some of these, then I'm gonna shout out to the people that gave me some cash apps my last few days, the last few weeks.
It's such an easy space to go left with that. Because it's a mind thing. And sometimes you lay there and you lay in your sadness, and so you need to surround yourself with people that will keep you out of that hole, 100% out of that hole. I think my mind physically was more important than my body. Even in going through the chemo and going through that toxin in your body, my hands literally turned dark as Marceau in them, like your hands, the different things that, yes, absolutely. And he told me that they would. So my hands, of course, I lost my hair, so it's very traumatic for the mind. And I think to surround yourself with people who love you and care about you and uplift you is amazingly important. And when the fans would reach out to me and I would have interviews and I would tell them, I don't think they realized how important they were, because there were some days when maybe I wasn't as bubbly and somebody sent me a sweatshirt or a card or, some oil for my fingers or my hair. It was so appreciated. It was so appreciated and needed. And people that email me, I tell them that. Reach out if they, like the caregiver that says, well, I'm not sure. She says, don't do this. I said, we all gonna say that. Do it. Just do it. Just be there for her. You know what I'm saying? Give her a little cookie, give her a little rug, give her a little oil, give her some candles. Be there 100% present.
You are an OG. Tonight we celebrated our official 100th episode. As a little Black girl in Baltimore, and I really want to know this, did you ever in your mind think that you would be on TV for 6 years on the #1 show that was created by Oprah Winfrey? Like, did you ever in your mind have aspirations of being famous, being on television? Like, was that ever a part of your mind where your life is right now?
No, that wasn't any of my aspirations. 6 years or 6 minutes being on TV. An attorney. I was a talker. And so most of my family thought that I would be an attorney. And that's where my mindset was. I wanted to be like in corporate America. I wanted to, have my suit, walk down the street and people know who that bitch was. Because I was...
My mic fell, y'all. Oh, I'm sorry for the people if that hurt y'all ears. I'm so sorry. Oh yeah. So So Mel did pitch the show. We're about to get into some of this interview, but I paused this because I want y'all to kind of pay attention to what Kimmi is saying. And this is why I believe Kimmi kind of had that resentment toward Mel when they first met, or this is why I feel like they didn't really get along when they first met, because Kimmi felt like she was supposed to be that girl. You know what I'm saying? But naturally, well, not even naturally, like more people just kind of resonated with Mel. I don't know if y'all caught that, but I'll go back if y'all didn't. They seem to be listening to Martell. I don't know. Maybe Martell is giving them some advice. And I don't know why they would take advice from him. I never did, but everyone is different. Hopefully it is true. I don't know what you mean. I thought Mel pitched the show. Mel did pitch the show to Carlos, and I think Carlos was telling Mel to add more people to the show. It says Jen Adams, created by the Oprah Winfrey. I don't know. I think he's trying to say own network created by Oprah Winfrey. That's what I think he's trying to say. I don't think he's saying the show was created by Oprah. I don't know. Because, sometimes I talk fast too. Why does he keep asking them the same questions? I don't know. He asked them the same questions, but I would think that he would ask them the same questions to see if he can catch them in a lie, to make it more of an interesting interview, to, call them out. But he doesn't even call them out, check them. He doesn't even say, oh, but in the last interview, or in my interview with Mel, or in my interview with Tisha, he doesn't do any of that. Yay, you on my live. Hi. Because like Kimmi is a booger. Okay. I'm sorry. And I don't know if y'all know what a booger is. I don't know where y'all from. But a booger is a hood rat. I don't think Kimmi a hood rat, y'all. I think she got booger tendencies. I thought Mel created the show. She did create the show. Yeah, Kimmi, I don't really care for Kimmi. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, let me finish playing this. I just think that Kimmi had resentment for Mel because Kimmi always thought she would be this girl and she wasn't. I think Mel ended up being more of what Kimmi wanted to be, just based on what she said in this interview.
Winning, you know what I'm saying? So I always wanted people to know me for what I brought to the table.
But we don't know her for bringing shit to the table, though. I want y'all to understand that. We know Mel for what she brings to the table. We don't know Kimmi and Maurice for anything that they bring to the table. Kimmi stepped onto this platform as a nurse, and in turn, her husband was trying to get a nurse to put her credit up for to build properties and stuff with the combat group or whatever they were planning on doing. So her husband expected a nurse to use her credit and not his credit when he's supposedly a lawyer, right? So like Kimmi, like girl.
He was never a part of that. This has been a whirlwind affair. It literally has. And it was something that is a gold mine. And we're just appreciative that we were in the presence of Melody, you, and to be fair, y'all just allow us to interview this. Don't act like when you have to interview. Right. So when y'all be telling these stories.
And I'm gonna go back a little bit, but this is important because Kimmi always leaves room for confusion. I want y'all to understand that. Every single time Kimmi get on any type of interview and discuss Mel, she always leaves room for confusion. But one thing that I noticed in this, she didn't leave any room for confusion. She wanted it to be known that she was an it girl because they liked us. Even though like Mel brought her on, or even though Mel I guess pitched her, they still had to like her. She wanted to clarify that, right? I want that to be important for y'all. I want y'all to understand that's important because she's never clarified anything pertaining to Mel but this. So that's why I thought it was interesting.
in the presence of Melody, you, and to be fair, y'all just love this with the interviews. Don't act like Winnie has to interview. Right. So when y'all be telling these stories, y'all don't act.
Oh, wait. Y'all like the video for real? Because I have 8 likes. Like, be for real. Hold on, I'm gonna pause this. Yes, y'all should definitely be liking the video. Don't be weird. Oh, it's 135 likes. Y'all go ahead and like the video. It's 219 people here in the chat. So y'all should definitely be giving me some more likes because y'all here. And even if y'all don't like the video, dislike that shit, right? Do something. But yeah, I'm gonna keep on playing now.
Don't act like Winnie has to interview. Right. So when y'all be telling these stories, y'all don't act like y'all don't tell the part about all the people y'all interviewed before you got to us. So let's go ahead and say I'm just saying, yes. Interview. And that's so true. Even though nobody talks about that part. So there were people before us that interviewed, and apparently they didn't make it.
That is the story. So no, this is the beauty of me talking to the cast. And I want this season of the show, I wanted to do it individually. Because I feel like at this point, you guys aren't, it's funny. When I say married, I mean in terms of like pairs on TV. I wanted to make sure that I did everybody individually because I wanted to really show the chemistry I have in my cast. And you are right. You are 100% right. And it's funny because when I do tell the story, it's not that I purposely forget to mention that. It's more so I'm like, you gotta do quick sound bites. But let's talk about it now. She is 1000% right. There were other people that we did speak to that I was like,
listen, we're gonna get more specific than that. You have to tell them, because this is what you told us. So you have to tell them you interviewed these other people for whatever reason.
Kimmi give workhorse vibes. Kimmi is that girl, for real. She is doing any and everything for that man, even though he gives her the bare minimum. I found it to be very interesting when she was talking about how much she was still cooking and cleaning while she was going through this sickness. I also found it very interesting that when in one of her interviews, she was like, "Oh yes, I just want to get back healthy so I can continue to take care of my family." The problem with a lot of Black women, they don't believe that they deserve to live a resting life. I don't know why you would want to go through that type of battle. And, I'm glad that she's overcame that. And I don't know what that experience is like. But why would you want to go through something like that just to get back to working for your family? I feel like that should have been a time where Maurice picked up the slack, so much so to where she felt comfortable enough to not even have to say that she's ready to get back to working for her family. That just lets me know as a woman that she's not in her comfort space. She's not able to rest in her feminine as she truly, genuinely wants to. That's just my opinion. That's all that tells me. Right. Nursing fake beef with Mel. When Tisha seen that wasn't gonna work. I honestly did not even finish it. Kimmi was getting on my I skipped through it as well. They're boring. She's just boring. And also one thing that really aggravated me, I wish Carlos hurry up and get through the goddamn interview. He always like, boy, damn, get through this goddamn interview. How long was her interview? Her interview was so long for no reason. Actually, they almost didn't pick the snots. Well, he finna co-sign everything that she's saying. So I don't know, man. Carlos is just, Kimmi brings the table. Who said that? Let me go back. Kimmi only brings the table, okay? And let me tell you something. I ain't bringing nothing to the relationship. I ain't bringing nothing. I ain't bringing not one. I ain't bringing not nothing. I'm telling y'all, secret animosity. Woo! You get what I'm saying? Okay, yay, it's going up. It's going up. Okay. It will be Melody to turn off the lights. I don't know, man. They will. They surely will be up in the employment line. Hi, good afternoon. I didn't think he interviewed many people, so why he's saying all the people before? Kimmi is boring. She is boring. She is boring. That's why I had to skip through this. He definitely be kissing the wrong ass. Okay, let me try to get through this. Didn't Mills say they recommended about 5 to 6 couples? Yes, that's what she said. But okay, watch this. Hear this. She pays no attention to her son because she needs a man. Like, she one of them girls. I'm telling you, she one of them girls.
And you were like, is there anybody else? You got a couple more people. Is there anybody else? You got a couple more. We got to interview, and you loved us. And your words were, why didn't you bring them first? Don't even tell me.
But your words were to who? You get what I'm saying? Do you understand what I'm saying? I want y'all to understand. They don't mention Mel's name at all. She also said, and y'all like to say that, and y'all like to say whatever, you know, because she was, in my opinion, she was kind of shading the interview that Mel had with Carlos, when Mel said that she pitched everybody or whatnot to them. That's why she had to clarify, but they had to pick us. We had to interview. Like, oh, I feel special. Like, I had to get chosen. Like, I had to be picked to be a reality star. Like, girl.
Story. Don't even tell no story.
Yes.
Why did you bring them first? Oh. So we have to interview. So people discount the fact that we had to play a part in actually, you could have not liked us too.
That's, you know what's so funny? I'm so happy.
Why did you bring them first? Oh. So we have to interview.
So basically, she's saying that Carlos told Mel, why didn't she bring Kimmi and them first? And I could remember the interview that Carlos had with Mel when Mel even said that she said that she told Carlos, like, oh, me and Kimmi don't really get along, but there's this person. So that was probably that. But I don't know. I just didn't really care for the vibes.
So people discount the fact that we had to play a part in actually, you could have not liked us too.
Who are people discounting the fact that she had to play a part, right? I guess she's trying to say the audience. Why would the audience discount that, right? We not saying that we pitched you. I don't know.
That's, you know what's so funny? I'm so happy we're talking about this. It's very true. And the reason why this podcast is a hit is because we get to like talk about the behind the scenes makings of how a TV show works. So the way it works was everything you're saying, we interviewed people before we met with the Scotts. Mm-hmm. The Scotts at that time, the 1.0, and then you and Maurice were engaged, planning the wedding. Mm-hmm. We met some other people, and I was like, no thanks, is there anywhere else to meet with? Mm-hmm. And then you guys were brought to us too. And then I remember watching the casting tape because Tim and Angela interviewed everybody. So the way it works, let me explain to the world how a TV show works. So the way it works is I'll have an idea. So when I meet with people during these consultations, I'm always like, okay, I get that, but this is what I'm thinking, because, you know, this is my wheelhouse. I know what the networks are looking for. Let's build a show around hot people, successful people in Huntsville. Met some folks, Angela's interviewed people. I saw them. I was like, no thanks. And I'm like, is there anybody else? We need like the whatever. And then I remember receiving the casting tape of you and Maurice. Mm-hmm. You, first of all, Kimmy's hair, what would we say, blonde or blonde?
Kimmi it was an attempted blonde.
I remember this vividly. Kimmi had blonde hair down here. And I want to say, was it pink?
You are 100% correct. It was pink with a black bandeau kind of thing. Yes. You're 100% correct.
Oh, honey, I'm the king of reality TV. I remember, that's why when people that come to me, that ain't how it works. I'm like, honey, I remember everything. I have the mind of an elephant. And then Maurice wore a blue suit with a yellow tie, and y'all were sitting in y'all kitchen.
You're correct.
And then y'all talked about the comeback group. Maurice said, I got the t-shirt. You want to see it?
And Angela said, yes.
Yes. He goes upstairs, bring out the t-shirt. Yeah. And I remember this, I never said this to you. I remember looking at y'all like, wow, they're beautiful, smart.
I just want to know, what about him running upstairs to go and pick up a t-shirt made him interesting? Like, Carlos, be for real. Talking about, oh, he ran up to go and get a t-shirt. Carlos. And that's really all that they've been giving us is a t-shirt. They've only given us a t-shirt of reality.
And successful, and they're firecrackers. I'm like, there's a firecracker there. And then I'll just tell this story now. I'm speaking to Marcel, I think next week or the week after.
Mm-hmm.
We give Marcel and Tisha tape.
Mm-hmm.
Tisha was quiet.
Mm-hmm.
Tisha didn't say much. Tisha had her hair in a ponytail.
He did.
Marcel did all the talking. No surprise there. And
Right.
I'm gonna tell you what made me scream and say, get these MFers on board
Sprinkle,
too.
sprinkle.
Mm-hmm.
Marcel said, and I quote, "We have roles. If the school calls and says something's wrong with the kid, I'm going to say, hold on, let me get my wife on the phone."
100% accurate. 6 years later, you said it verbatim. 100% accurate.
And can y'all tell me why is that something that'll strike you to want to put them on television if you're not going to not even force them, right? If you're not going to have them showcase their whole life. I feel like he knew that was toxic and that would get the view, that would pull emotions out of the viewers, right? Because that relationship is just so like, who thinks like that? I don't know. So I feel like he knew that relationship will pull something or draw something out of the viewers. The problem is he allowed them to be themselves the first or second season. And then once they started to get all of the backlash, or once Mel started to go through that divorce or whatnot, I think they really wanted to pull back, and why? Tell the truth. Tisha, I think the reason why Tisha wanted to pull back because she wasn't leaving. That was it. She wasn't leaving.
See? No one can comfort me about my memory. That's
100% accurate.
That's what, and I was like, and then I said, hey guys.
Yes, he never clarified.
The way it works is people interview for it.
Mm-hmm.
And
I do think this is Kimmi's first marriage. I do. This is why she waited at her big age at 7 years. 7 years at her big age. Just to end up she didn't even get a honeymoon, y'all. She didn't even get a honeymoon. So I'm almost positive, I'm willing to bet this was her first marriage. I'm willing to bet. And she got up in age and started to feel some type of way that she wasn't married and just settled. I bet.
I have final say.
Mm-hmm.
No one is on this show that I didn't approve of. I have final say.
Mm-hmm.
So it was everything you said. So, and listen, I want people to know, and I believe I said this, but if not, I'll say it again. The success of the show is about the six of y'all. It's magic. It's magic when you sit.
I don't know why they think that
in the room, and that's why Kimmi is the one who coined the term that I love, the core six.
Core six. I think that core six and the premise of the show is what made it humongous. I think people were anxious to see African Americans being successful.
I don't think so. I think Mel and Martell's storyline made the show humongous. Correct me if I'm wrong.
And building things and doing things for their community. I think they also wanted a little skirmish here and there. And since y'all like to tussle, I think y'all, you put a little bit of that in, and then you got Blockbuster. But I think from day one, all of us have said, one of the biggest things for us, I think it's a double-edged sword, is that we weren't casted. We were actual friends before the TV show. It wasn't that people were.
I do think Kimmi thought she was the smartest one of them all.
Just picked up off the street, you're gonna be a friend, you're gonna be a friend. And to be honest, I think some of that comes into play when we're even storytelling. I think the fact that these people were all friends at one time, I think every now and then you run into don't cross that wall. That's like my real friend. Like, I don't want her to be like, yeah, I can't do that. Somebody off the street, you're a little more quick to be like, yes, please, I wish you would. You know what I'm saying? But somebody that
look at her. Look at how she act behind closed doors, y'all. That's what I'm saying. What she puts on camera is not who she is. What if she was this outgoing on camera and she was really like this? But she doesn't give me the vibe that she is. She give me the vibe that she wants to go along to get along with Maurice. I don't know. She just give me the vibes like she's putting on a front.
That you legitimately love in your heart at one point, I think it's a little more difficult. I do. So I think that sometimes is a double-edged sword, but I think that is what makes it spectacular. Absolutely good.
No, it is. And it's funny.
Okay, she said it's a double-edged sword, but I need y'all to understand she never spoke up.
Don't cross that wall. That's like my real friend.
Do y'all think that, and this is what I'm saying, this is why I don't really like Kimmi. She's a liar, right? She's a liar, in my opinion. She just sat up here in this interview and said, oh, it's kind of hard. Look at her. Okay, let me not. But she just said it's kind of hard because it's a double-edged sword. Like, you got to make sure you don't want to cross that line. But you brought the Scott's brother on. Didn't she? Didn't she want the Scott's brother to come on? Let me hurry up and get through some of these. So what is so funny? He didn't pick you. He was going to pass. He sure was going to pass her ass. But she brought the Scott's brother on. Let me skip down and get to the bottom of the comments, and I'm going to go back up a little bit later. But she brought the Scott's brother on. On top of that, was she, in my opinion, she wasn't neutral about the situation with Sugar Mama and Wanda. She wasn't neutral. In my opinion, she was Team Scott's all day. She didn't speak up too much. She didn't really say anything against them. And I just feel like if she was your friend, you would outright say, that's not a good look, Wanda. Don't talk about the lady kid. You know what I'm saying? You would be a little bit more, I don't know.
Like, I don't want her to be like, yeah, I can't do that. You know, somebody off the street, you're a little more quick to be like, this, please, I wish you would. You know what I'm saying? But somebody that you legitimately love in your heart at one point, I think it's a little more difficult. I do. So I think that sometimes is a double-edged sword, but I think that is what makes it spectacular. I absolutely do.
No, it is. And it's funny. So since we're going to talk, Kimmi, let's talk.
Okay.
Kimmi, one thing I love about Kimmi. So prior to us having Love and Marriage Huntsville greenlit, we shot a pilot. I remember being in the kitchen. This is right before we take the infamous scene in the first episode where all the couples came over Kimmi and Marie's house. They had dinner and they talked about respectful cheating. So that was season 1, episode 1.
Correct.
Prior to that, Kimmi was like, I watch reality TV. I watch it. I know it. And because of that, she understands the assignment. So I'm going someplace with this.
Okay.
So on my other shows, Kimmi will give me advice like, well, on this show, I don't think they have the chemistry.
I really do feel like Kimmi be hating on Mel. She want to be a producer. I think she would rather have all the accolades Mel has than where she is right now in life. That's my opinion.
So Kimmi is so honest that she'll tell me like, I don't know about that one, or this one got better. So Kimmi, are you watching Love and Marriage DC by any chance?
Oh, absolutely.
When you brought Tisha and Melody together. And it's funny because the fans are like, I cannot believe, based on what happened at the reunion with the whole Dark Soul and all that stuff, that these two women would be in the same room and having a pleasant conversation to the point where they hugged at the end and laughed.
Mm-hmm.
Did you ever think it would get to the point that Tisha and Melody would ever be in a bad place? Because when we first started the show, Tisha and Mel were close. And you, not to put words in your mouth, but you were kind of like on the outside, like kind of the outside when it comes to just these three couples.
Mm-hmm. I didn't think they would get to a bad place because, like you say, they were pretty cool friends. They were good friends. They hung out. They did stuff without me. Like, so it wasn't always about the 6 of us or the 3 ladies doing stuff. They had commonalities, you know, with their daughters, their kids, and that kind of thing. So they hung out. So I was surprised it got to where it was. There was plenty of times I thought it would get back to normal. After the last time in LA, no, I didn't. I didn't think that it was going to get back. So I want people to, you have to take the whole story into account. The simple fact that I was able to meet with Tisha and she took the phone, her and Mel talked, she invited Mel to Spa Day and Mel said yes so quickly, that to me opened the door of opportunity. If that didn't happen, I wasn't interested in trying to put them in the same room because we not fighting like that. So I just need people to understand, for me, that was the door of opportunity. So
I didn't notice that. This comment right here, I didn't even notice that. But yep, you're right. Now that you bring it to my attention.
You just got to take it when it's there. Like, you got to take it when it's there. And the fact that both of them were so amicable on that call, I was stunned. I was like, okay, so maybe there's something here. And so both of them were open. I mean, I didn't surprise nobody. You know, both of them were open to the conversation.
I agree.
And it was meaningful. It was meaningful.
It was. And listen, it goes to the chemistry again. When you talk about the core 6, and obviously this is
right. I don't understand how he could say that they were firecrackers, but they give nothing. You get what I'm saying? But I do believe that. But this is why I say, look at Kimmi's energy. This is why I tell y'all, Kimmi is a passive aggressive, nasty ass person. Her energy and her demeanor, like her comfort level on, I wish you would, like when she did that, she is one of those people that wouldn't outright spite you, but she would get your ass. Like, she's passive in that way. She wants to look like her hands are clean.
Reality show, and people really are more into the
In my
friendships of the
opinion.
women, because that's just always the ingredients that make these shows so different and special. And to see you three in the same room, and we flash back to season 1 spa day at Mel's house, where you and Mel got to a little situation. Are you also surprised in terms of how far you and Mel have even come? Because what we saw in this flashback, and it's funny because I saw that, I was like, I remember that day. It was so funny to me. And now you two seem to be very close. I know you guys don't talk every single day, but it's one of those things where, like you said earlier, there's a respectful conversation that you guys have always had. Are you also surprised to see where you and Mel are today?
I am, because Melody and I have a tendency to say what we think in the moment that we think it. And oftentimes it just didn't go over very well for either of us. And in the group of us, for whatever reason, whenever we got into it, they would always call me like, Kimmi, you ain't had to say that. Kimmi, you could have said that different. You ain't had to be like that. And it would get frustrating for me that it was like, it's not always me, you know? But at the end of the day, I didn't think Mel cared. Like, I didn't think that Mel cared that we weren't as close as her and Tisha. Like,
I want to know what this conversation was. I'm actually going to write this down. One day, I might get the blessing to interview Melody. And I'm sorry, Mel, but I got to ask you this question. I have to write this down, y'all. Were you upset that you and Kimmi weren't as close? I'm sorry. Wait, hold on. Let me go back. Let me make sure I got it right. Let me make sure.
Mel cared. Like, I didn't think that Mel cared that we weren't as close as her and Tisha. Like, I didn't think it bothered her. I thought she was like...
Right. Weren't as close as you and Tisha. Because, baby, I don't believe it. I don't believe it.
Okay. However, when we finally had a conversation and she said to me that it did bother her, you know, that it did matter, I was like, oh, I'll move differently. But in my head, I thought we were both just we were fine where we were. You know what I mean? So when communication is important, because I simply didn't know that it mattered. It didn't seem like it mattered. So once she told me that it did, then I tried to move differently. And so, yes, I think a lot of me and Mel being where we are is because
Yes, waiting 7 years for marriage at her big grown age is embarrassing, especially now considering how she got him.
I think she takes me at face value and I take her at face value at this point. And I think that's helpful, because I still don't feel like I can say what I need to. If I think she said something out of order, I'm gonna say, I think that was out of order. If I think T said it out of order, and that's what's funny, the fans say, oh, Kimmi flip-flop, and I don't know how you can flip-flop when you just have an opinion of what somebody said. So if it's my friend and I tell her that was out of order, I'm flip-flopping. So I don't really understand how I can't.
People don't think that you're flip-flopping because of that. People think you're flip-flopping because you pick and choose who the hell you want to tell is out of order or not, right? If you were as vocal about the sugar mama situation as you were vocal about the Mark situation, because you spoke up for Mark, we want to know why. We want to know why you would speak up for a man that would. We want to know why, Kimmi.
Tell my friend, I think that wasn't the best idea. When she put Tisha out, come on, sis, you should have done that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And then when Tisha did, but you shouldn't have said so-and-so. So I don't know. I guess people in their friendships just ride regardless of good, bad, or indifferent. And I'm okay with telling my friend, like, yeah, you shouldn't have done it that way.
No, listen, a healthy friendship is one where you're able to call each other out when it's...
Have we seen her call Martell out for the way that he's treated Mel, or have we always seen her consistently say that he's a good guy? Because I'm just curious, right? I don't know. I don't see what she's talking about. Hold on, I'm missing a lot of y'all comments. I'm just gonna pause for a minute and I'm gonna try to catch up on some of these. Let me just pause for a second. Right, she got a honeymoon 3 years later. Facts, he admitted that when he did the Dustin interview, right. They know it did. They know it did. He just trying to make them feel like they somebody, right? I think production paid for the wedding too. Carlos is two-faced liar. Yep, he is, in my opinion, because he's putting Kimmi on her. So, yep. She go along to get along. Sure does. I think Maurice is still in love with his first wife. Me too. She was first season. Oh, instead of packing to go on a honeymoon, they packed to move his mother in less than a week after marrying. Oh, Kimmi got set up. She got hit with the trickaroo, baby. Kimmi was probably waiting for her son to go to college before she got married. I don't know, maybe that's a good reason. But weren't they living together, right? So why wait that long to get married if y'all live together? Of course, she's a liar. She's a Scott. Reese still ain't and still in love with Kiowa. I believe that too. She did that. Caveman said he set it up for him to come on. Let me see. There would not have been a show. Yep, I agree. If Melody wouldn't have pitched it. Right. She told the Scotts brothers to come on there. Didn't Destiny give Maurice and Kimmi with the honeymoon? You can't tell me that she wasn't there. Exactly. Oh, that was interesting. Ew. Yeah, they be desperate. She did. She always gave me the vibes like she was envious of Mel. Like I kind of fell out of favor with Kimmi when she sat there at that Galentine event and just let all of that go on and didn't like. She wasn't a good mediator, in my opinion. Okay, I got through some of these. Let's keep going, y'all. Let's keep going. She chased him. My mama would have never. Exactly. She definitely chased him. It's weird. And my thing is, first of all, don't chase nobody. But if you chase somebody and then you don't get what you want within, I don't know, like she did too much for him. And I love Mel. I really do. But even Mel gave Martell too much. When that video of her when she said that she helped him out and gave him $1,500 for his schooling, that was doing too much. She shouldn't have never did that for him. And now we see the outcome when you overly invest in these men in that way. This is really, they don't value that. They only value a challenge. They only value the hard work it takes to get to where they want to be at in life. I don't know. That's just my opinion. That's what my daddy told me. And that's how he act. All I'm gonna say is my stepmama make it real easy for him, and he just be Stop giving it. Like, I'm gonna tell y'all something, because I don't really want to go too much about my personal life, but I don't do nothing. Okay, I'm not into any of that, right? I'm not paying, I'm not paying nothing, okay? I'm not cooking for you. I ain't cleaning, all right? If y'all was on my first live, y'all would know. We people come and clean our little apartment, because I ain't cleaning up, baby. I don't know. I don't want to. Get somebody else to do it. I don't know. And if you ain't happy, you can bounce. Cause what he won't do, it's a million others. All right. I love him to death, right? I love him. I do. But he know if he go broke, I'm leaving him. I'm leaving him. I'm not tapping into my savings to help nobody. I mean, I feel like, I don't know. That's just how I feel. I've never seen my daddy go broke, even when things was hard. He still made a way. You a man. Figure it out. You a man. That's what men do. That's just my opinion. Y'all let me know if I'm wrong, but I feel like as a man, your ability to provide is your value as a man. If you cannot provide me anything, there's no value, right? Because my man knew before he done snatched me off the market, I had 3 men paying my rent or thinking they was paying my rent. Imagine that, 3 men giving you $1,500. 3 men, you get $1,500 every month. Everybody think they paying your rent. Y'all are crazy as hell if you gonna shack up with a man that can't. I don't know. That 50-50 conversation real weird. I don't know, but I think it's times are new. Yeah, men should figure it out. I've always seen my daddy figure it out. My daddy never had his hands out. So there it is. And while he figuring it out, you need to be stacking that thing up in case you need to leave. Because he don't figure it out.
It's necessary based on what just happened. I'm surprised that people think you're a flip-flopper, because one of the things that people love about you is you are very direct, straight to the point, and you leave no confusion on the table. You are like, this is how I feel. Make no mistake about it. I hear you, but I need for you to also hear me as well. Like, the reason why I know you'll be a great lawyer is because you're very clear and concise with your thoughts, your feelings, and opinions. And that's the reason why you've been able to
would not be a good
in
lawyer.
The middle.
She would. She lied.
These 2 friends who had issues, and you were always like, I see things at face value. You may be my sister-in-law, but I'm going to call you out if I think you're wrong. Same with Mel. I like you, but I'm going to call you out when you're wrong. And I've always think you've been the fair one in the equation.
Yeah, Courtney, I'm not buying. Bad girl, I'm not buying nothing. I'm not buying anything. My man spent what he spent. He put together a $17,000 party for me. Girl, his birthday came around. I'm not gonna say don't do nothing special, but we're doing something special with his money. The fuck is wrong with you? We doing something special with his money. Okay, we not doing nothing. I don't have no money, right? He already. And let me tell y'all something. That makes Black women feel uncomfortable. That makes Black women feel uncomfortable for whatever reason they would say it. Because I'm telling you, people, I'm very comfortable in my relationship. Like, me and my man, we're comfortable in our relationship. So I'll talk about certain things. But I could just remember like Black women just telling me, I'm talking about the ones in my family, some of them, like, oh, like, do something nice for him or whatever. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna do something nice, figuring it out. But they thought like what I was doing for him, oh, well, he spent $17,000. You should be doing, girl, no. The fuck I don't know. Like, people always have an opinion. Like, they feel like, oh, he gonna leave you. You don't give him enough. It's supposed to be even. No, it is not. It depends, right? Like, what I give him is different than what he gives me. He's supposed to be funding my lifestyle. That's what it is, right? You want coochie? I mean, I'm sorry. Because he get that, but it is true. Like, he's supposed to be funding my lifestyle. That's what it is. And if you don't want to fund it, it's plenty of other people that'll go 50-50 with you. Or it's plenty of women that take care of men. It's plenty of women that do that. It's plenty of them that do it. But me, I ain't doing it. So like I said, the best thing I got for a man is, consideration. I'll consider him. It depends.
Going into that, was it difficult for you? Because at the end of the day, you are now related to Tisha.
Yeah.
And one thing you said tonight's episode that I thought was funny is when you were showing Tisha around the new office space, because Marcel kicked her out. You said, yeah, I spoke to him recently because, when it comes to Tisha, you're his favorite or whatever. Was it difficult when you and Tisha were going through your situation? Because it's not just you having an issue with a friend. You're having an issue with your brother.
Okay, y'all, I'm finna pause this, but I want y'all to really, really pay attention to what she says here. This is what makes me feel like she just gave in to whatever the Scotts wanted. And this is when her position changed. Because I want y'all to remember, at the reunion, Kimmi said that she wouldn't be friends with Letitia if she wasn't married to one of their brothers. She explained in this interview that that was a very hard time for her. Like, she got hell from her family. And this is why I feel like she just gave in. She just gave in. It was easier for her to just go along to get along. And that's just my opinion.
First, I'm sorry, you're having an issue with your husband's sister-in-law who is married to his brother.
His best friend.
And best friend. How difficult was that for you during the times where you guys just weren't at the best place?
You already know. You know it was hard. Like, in the 6 years we've been here, I don't call you. I don't like harass you. I don't do stuff. And in that time frame, that's the only time I pick up the phone because I'm like, listen, this is like, it's like going like places. So it was very difficult. It was very difficult for family and friendship area. But I think for me, it was the most difficult because I was surprised. I was literally surprised that we were in that space. And people may say, I don't know why you're surprised. You're the one who said it. And that may be true. I was surprised that my family and friends have a tendency to say, and they kind of like champion, oh, Kimmi will tell you what she thinks. Oh, Kimmi, don't ask Kimmi. Like, if you ask Kimmi, Kimmi gonna tell you the truth. And they champion it until it's your turn. Once it's your turn, all of a sudden it's like, bitch, no. You know what I'm saying? And so I was stunned that we were in the place that we were. I 100% was stunned. And that made it harder for me to wrap my mind around, why are we here? Like, why are we in this space? And so it made it very tough. And so even at the reunion, when you said, would we be friends if we weren't family? And my answer was no. My answer wasn't no because, if I saw her on the street, I wouldn't be friends with her.
Right.
When I met Letitia, I thought Letitia was one of the best things that ever happened. Like, we were freaking frack. Like, literally, I was saying in that moment that Tisha, I was having trouble connecting with this Tisha.
Do y'all think that's what she was saying? She is fucking lying. I mean, she is lying. She's lying. I don't believe that. Hold on. I didn't even monetize my video. I don't believe that that's what she was saying, in my opinion, y'all. But now she's trying to switch it up and make it seem like that is what she was saying this whole time. That's just not the vibes that she was giving me. Y'all let me know what y'all think while I come over here and switch this up. I'm gonna come and look at it in a minute. I need to come over here and do something really quick. Like, just lying. I don't think she meant that. I think she meant what she said. She wouldn't be friends with Letitia if she wasn't married. But I think because she got all of that turmoil and all of that backlash from the family, that's when she changed her mind, or that's when she had a different perspective. I do not know. Oh, there it is. I'm like, dang, I'm trying to get up in here and fix this video, but it wasn't letting me. Okay, here we are. Hold on, y'all. I'm coming. Hold on. Give me a second. Let me save my changes. Okay. All right. So we back on live. All right, but yeah, y'all let me know, because let me see what y'all saying in the comments. I'm gonna have to look at it from, where did it go? Oh, here it is. I'm gonna have to look at it from my phone. Look at y'all comments from the phone.
The Tisha that I met was a different Tisha. It just was. That Tisha that I met was a different Tisha. And so it was making it hard for me to evolve with the woman she was evolving to. And it's not to stifle anybody's growth whatsoever. But I was having a harder time wrapping my head around why we were in this space. I really did. I had a very hard time wrapping my head around why we even talked about going to a therapist at one time. Like, the two of us. We did, because I needed somebody to help me. I think I'm a really logical person, and I wasn't understanding why we were in this space and for so long, and so it was very difficult because we're core members of their family. And so it affected us hanging out together. It affected Sunday dinners. It affected Easter dinner. Like it was tough.
Look at that. She gave in. That's why her demeanor changed after that. Do y'all peep game? That's also why I believe she didn't speak out about the whole Miss Wanda and Sugar Mama situation. Because when she spoke out against Tisha the first time, she got so much hate and backlash from the family in the inside. She just said it right here during Easter, every holiday, Christmas, Thanksgiving. This is what her reality was.
It was tough.
Yes, and
they literally shunned her because of her opinion
on the show. And one thing about Love and Marriage Huntsville, I have Bell Collective, DC, etc., etc. Love and Marriage Huntsville, the audience have very strong opinions
and connections.
Kimmi, do Mother Maurice.
True, very true.
Girl.
Very true.
And if you're not careful, you can allow yourself to go down.
She would have elaborated. I agree.
That may be presented to you.
100% accurate.
Right?
100%.
Okay. Do you think some of that also played into what what you and Tisha were going through? Was it, obviously there was some stuff in terms of happened on the show, but was the peanut gallery also part of it?
Yes, absolutely yes. And from various angles. It could have been, some inner circle friends. It could have been some producers. It could have been fans.
You hear that? That shade? I don't think she was just like Carlos be doing too much, but I also think that had a little bit to do with Mel. But I could be, mistaken.
Hey, I'm just saying.
Listen, I try to tell y'all. Kimmy's like, I love Carlos King, but I'm gonna always keep it real. That's who she is. I asked her a question, what she say? If you don't like my answer, then don't ask me. Go ahead.
Yep. Basically, Tisha runs them with her whining, complaining. And I'm so glad you said that, because we got to talk. The reason why I really want us to hurry up and get through this, because they said something at the end of this interview that solidifies Tisha's insecurities. It absolutely solidifies it.
I'm saying the answer is 100% yes. And there would literally be times when Tisha and I would talk and I would say, that's not true. It's simply not true. Like, don't hear that. Like, don't hear that. I promise you. I remember one time Tisha actually texted me and asked me if I was talking about her.
Listen, I'm sorry, y'all. I got to pause real quick. Listen to this closely. And because I'm going to let this play out. Listen to this closely. I'm going to let it play out. And then we're going to talk about all of this at the end.
I'm saying, and I would say, that's not true. There would literally be times when Tisha and I would talk. And I would say, that's not true. It's simply not true. Like, don't hear that. Like, don't hear that. I promise you. I remember one time Tisha actually texted me and asked me if I was talking about her on I don't know, I guess like a post or something. And I said, absolutely not. She said, well, somebody had
like the internet, y'all, the internet. Tisha texted her asking her about an internet post.
Told her whatever. And I said, okay. Screenshot it.
Like somebody on the internet. I gotta go back. This is stupid.
And I said, absolutely not. She said, well, somebody had told her whatever. And I said, okay, screenshot it and send it to me. I said, that's easy, right? That's easy. I would never do that. Like, why would I do that? And I sent her like these little sad tear cry faces. And I was like, I can't believe this is where we are, that you're literally questioning me about talking about you. But the chatter is real.
Y'all, do y'all hear how childish she is? Is that not draining? That's draining as hell. The fact that you're not old enough to know that this is the internet. Like, you really calling this lady about internet drama? Like, what somebody's saying on the internet? This a grown ass lady. This lady almost 50 years old. But also listen to what Carlos had to say about it.
Literally, the chatter is real. And that's what made my mind so confused.
Very insecure.
I couldn't convince her that these people, like these ancillary people, I guess have a little bit more pull than me.
The fact that Kimmi cannot convince her that the internet is... This is why I'm a forever troll Tisha. This is why. You are how old? This lady is 40-something years old. Immature, insecure. You contacting this 50-year-old lady who is your sister-in-law, might I add, about an internet post. An internet post, y'all. An internet post. That's crazy. That's crazy. Let's finish it.
No, like I'm like, why are you listening to them? I promise. I couldn't get through. Like I couldn't get through.
Promise. Why are you listening to them?
No, I'm saying this to you. I'm saying this to you as somebody who's been doing this since 2008. You can't get through. So what happens is I still go through this today, right? But let me go back. You can't get through.
Listen to this. Carlos just said you can't get through, and he still go through this today, and he finna give y'all the story. If y'all want to screen record, now is your time, because I'm not gonna pause.
I'm saying this to you. I'm saying this to you as somebody who's been doing this since 2008. You can't get through. So what happens is I still go through this today, right? But let me go back to the historic nature of what happens on reality TV when the outside world impacts this bubble that you guys are in, essentially, because it's a bubble of reality of the show.
I agree.
It's hard for people to not go down the rabbit hole of reading the comments and having this feeling of confirmation. You know what I'm saying? You know how like you may think your friend trying to play you, and you could be wrong, or you could be right. But even if you have the spirit of thought, if these two people, it could be two folks, child. If these,
Honey, it's all it takes.
let's talk about it. It could be two people who corroborates your own theory. You would take that as a fact and move differently. I've seen people do it to each other. I've seen people do it to me. I've seen people try to pin me against y'all. Let's talk about it. I've seen people, girl, there was some post last week that somebody tagged me on one of my raindrops. Because my raindrops be going off on these people, child. So somebody tagged me. It's whether somebody said Carlos hates Melody, he's a backstabber because he had Stormy on it and said Stormy was the future of the show. Then somebody, even let's talk about it. Even me going on Dish Nation. Carlos, who's your favorite? Martell, Melody, and then the whole world in the comments, and we having fun with it. And what's so funny is even at the reunion, not this last one, but the one before that, Destiny said, Carlos, who's your favorite? Maurice, Martell. So it's one of those things where we all laugh at it, but people would take something so small and try to create a story. And I know that when it comes to the show, people have strong opinions. And I'll always tell people, I say, please, whatever you do, I don't discount anyone's feelings. I may feel away, you may feel away. Just pick up the phone and talk about it. And my last story is, Tisha called me a few weeks ago because I did a Happy Sunday post. You know, my Happy Sunday post about like, you know, she said, somebody said, you talking about Marcel. I said, Tisha. Now look.
Y'all, do y'all hear this? Do y'all hear how crazy this is? How old is Tisha, y'all? What is Tisha, like 41? Tisha called Carlos because of his Easter post. This was in 2023. Let's go back.
She said, somebody said, you talking about Marcel. I said, Tisha. Now look. She said, somebody said, you talking about Marcel. I said, Tisha. You know, my Happy Sunday post about like, you know, she said, somebody said, you talking about Marcel. I said, Tisha. Now look, I love me some Marcel. I love Marcel. However, I'm not thinking about Marcel when I'm worshiping Jesus, child. Like, so I'm telling you,
it's so true.
It's true.
Do y'all see how childish that is?
Do it. And you're right. All you need is.
Do y'all see how childish she is? Like, let me get off of this. Okay, so that was that was the end of the interview for the most part. Tisha is so childish and insecure. It's literally a shame, y'all. So I'm finna scroll up and I'm finna start going through some of y'all chats that y'all left because I scrolled down. So Courtney said, my sister and I had this conversation yesterday. Thank goodness we had providers. They might not have been worth it. Yeah, right. Thank God, girl. My daddy wasn't worth a damn, but he dang sure made sure we had what we needed to have. Hey Meek Mills, you're not late, you're just in time. Where has Jalen been this season? He hasn't been mentioned. He sure hasn't. Maybe he'll be mentioned when Kaya's son gets mentioned. In conversations, if he's been breaking bread, right? Maybe I'll talk to you. Maybe. I don't know. Because some of them be annoying. Some of them think you get a little money and now you finna blow up my phone and you're not. Like, now I'm finna block you. So, thank you. Bye. Black women gotta come out of the long suffering mentality. I agree. They really do have to. I'm not gonna lie, like I kind of had to cut some of my family off because I feel like they have some type of, I don't know, like I just don't believe in suffering. And because of that, they kind of like have a type of vicious type of vitriol. I don't know, like I don't know, man. Some of the Black women in my family that have stayed in those long suffering, miserable relationships are always seemingly unwelcoming toward me. I don't know why, but they are always so warm and welcoming with my man. It's so weird. It's so weird. It's given they wanted Jalen to work for free, but he said no. I think Jalen still work at Black. I think he's still the manager at Black. Absolutely. Kimmi kept using the word reimbursement, which means to be paid back. The correct word to use would be compensation, which means to be paid for. Clearly, she's not the smartest person in the room, right? And that's a damn shame. Kimmi meant that if Tisha weren't family, wouldn't be friends. Wait, Kimmi meant that if Tisha weren't family, she wouldn't be friends with Tisha. Translation: Tisha is draining. Exactly, she meant what she said, but she started to backpedal. She's stuttering too. Exactly. I mean, oh, hold on. I mean, men that are taken care of men that are taken care of never really love the woman. That because if he loved you, then he would want to take care of you. That's what they don't realize. Men are not supposed to be in a receiving position. I don't know that. That's what my daddy said. Okay. That's just what the man of my world said. So what that means is, if a man is willing to receive, you should be running, right? And it's so crazy. My daddy is so misogynistic. He even explained it in this way. As your sexual parts. A man is to insert himself into your life to make it better, and you are to receive that. It's very simple. A man is not to receive. Should not ever be in a receiving position. Think about that. That's why I'm so unattracted to men that get stuff. Ugh, that's just, I don't know. It's just ill. But no, that's not what she was saying exactly. I don't think that's what she was saying either. And I agree, she is a liar. Basically, Tisha runs them with her whining. She does. She's always whining, and I think they just please just shut her up. I think that's how they treat her. Like, oh my gosh, whatever. Okay. If that'll make you be quiet. Lying, laugh my ass off, trying to play it safe now. Exactly. That's what she gonna do now. She gonna play it safe. Kimmi meant what she said. I believe that. I do believe she meant exactly what she said. I mean, we know the girl is draining, especially after hearing what she had to say about confronting them. Y'all, like, be for real, grow up. Are we in high school? Tisha and Wanda pretty much ganged up on Kimmi. That's how pretty much. And Maurice didn't stand up for her because he never does. Melody definitely did too much for Martell. She pretty much made him, and the only thing that he's had to figure out was cheating. Exactly. I agree. That's the problem. Stop giving so much. That's the only thing that I learned. And that's just even if I look at the relationship with my mother and my daddy, she gave him too much in the beginning. That's how I feel. That's genuinely how I feel, which is why he had the audacity. That's all I'll say. Or that's why they be feeling so entitled. Because it's like, you ain't never feel this way before, or you ain't never hold me accountable before, or you ain't never set no boundaries before. So why you setting boundaries now? That's how I feel. And I mean, Mel did say, like, she just learned how to establish and set boundaries for herself and feel comfortable in that. I think that's valid. And I can guarantee you she'll probably teach her daughters to not make the same mistakes that she's made, just based on her experience. The lies just fake, right? Kimmi is weak. She just weak. Yeah, I agree. Kimmi is not being honest. She meant that she would not be friends. Exactly. That's what I agree. She annoyed by Letitia and couldn't take the heat from the Scots antagonized. I agree. She probably got backlash from Maurice. He seems to like Tisha more than Martin, right? Right. Another lie, right. If Kimmi didn't mean that, then she wouldn't have said it, or she would have elaborated on it. Yeah, I think I went over that. Right. Right, girl. Right. Tisha, I don't know. The family was basically shunning her. You're right. Jalen even said she changed. The fact that Kimmi is Team Martell makes me not like her. Considering I expect her to have empathy for Mel and what Martell, I guess, was putting her through. She sound like Marceau exactly. Her and Marceau are actually a lot alike. I agree. Remember, she said that Tisha spoiled. Tisha pouted and whined about, yeah. That's all she does. Tisha is annoying. She insecure. Her spirit is ugly and it's shameful. Look at her body language. She dropped. Mm-hmm. Did Mel and Carlos have a fallout? The reason why he's anti-Mel now, I don't know. Tisha do act like a little kid. Maurice treats Tisha like better than Marceau. Maurice treat Tisha better than Marceau treat Tisha. And Marceau, what was I finna say? Oh yeah, and Maurice treat Tisha better than he treats Kimmi, is what I was trying to say. They have a good time with Tisha, probably. I don't know. They treat Tisha like a 10-year-old adolescent, right? She called Kimmi thinking she was talking about her. She called Carlos thinking he was talking about her husband. She is like, she's insane. She's childish. Why are you calling these grown ass people about an Instagram post? Girl, if my friend or my sister or somebody called me about that, I would literally hang up on them. Like literally hang up. Kimmi is so fake. She knows she follow whatever Maurice says and do. I agree. Something is wrong with Tisha. Yep. I agree. Insecure. I do agree that she's insecure. Tisha is draining. I agree. Like Kimmi said. Like Kimmi was gonna be like, yeah. And Tisha behaves like a 10-year-old. She does. Couldn't be her friend. And it has nothing to do with Melody. Right. I wouldn't be able to be her friend either. She is very draining. I'm the type of friend, like, don't talk to me every day. Please do not call me every day. I'm not answering my phone. I got stuff to do. Leave me alone. I want to go to sleep. You're a grown ass lady. Don't you got a business? Don't you got kids to take care of? Where's your husband? Go do something. Go out. Go to the club. Like, I don't know. I don't want to be on the phone with y'all all the time. Like, and I'm not going to commit myself to being on the phone with you all the time. Like, I'm not even going to, and you not finna call me trying to ask me about a post that I made, not even thinking about you. Okay, my bad. I went up too far. I think if I was Kimmi, I would have said yes. I said it. Kimmi is going to hear from Tisha again and bring this up during the interview. I think right. I think she is gonna. I think Tisha gonna say something to her about it again. Right. Kimmi is 54 or 55. She one of those. She one of those. Yes, this is so high school. It's so high school. I do believe it's Wanda's fault. And this is why I think Wanda have always put Tisha in competition with other people. There's nothing that either one of them can tell me to make me feel otherwise. Or else she wouldn't behave the way that she do. I know what women look. I know how women behave when their mothers are haters. Like when you just know. You just know. Girls that was raised by jealous women always have a way about themselves. And this how shady he is because he didn't have to tell us that. Exactly. Didn't have to tell us that. Kimmi is the same age group as Wanda, Miss Van, Marlene, Miss Betty. Exactly. Acting the way that she acting. A jealous, immature. But that's how they all act. Actually, Wanda, Marlene, Betty, like jealous, immature. Not Miss Van, though, but the rest of them do. It's crazy that Carlos said Kimmi is like, if you don't like what I said, don't ask me. But when it comes to Tisha's situation, Kimmi changed her feelings based on how exactly. Because the men didn't care for that. That's why. Hi. They do anything for men. If she is as busy as Tisha claims to be, how in the hell she has time to read all of these comments? All right. Tisha, exactly. Like, why? How do you even know about all the comments? Tisha and Kimmi are not close. They are married to brothers. However, they do not like each other. They do not like each other much. I agree. They don't. It shows from both of them. I think the only reason that Tisha even wanted a relationship with Kimmi is because Kimmi and Mel started to get close. Like, I think that's why. But even when they first came on camera, it didn't seem like they had a really close relationship, anyways, in my opinion. Tisha is very insecure. It's so sad and irritating. It is. She has a teenage mindset. She do. Tisha, grow up, right? Wait, oh, Tisha is a grown woman with a 15-year-old mind. Yeah, like, get it together. Tisha is childish. That's why she ran with Mel's story. What? Yeah, ruin her marriage. She is childish. Going back, if Kimmi and Tisha were such good friends, why would Tisha question whether Kimmi is talking about her or posting? Exactly. That's what I'm saying. That's why I said I would have just hung up on her. Because if we so cool, then you should know I don't have time to be wasting my energy throwing shots over the internet. In all honesty, as much as we cannot stand Marceau, we need to give this man a standing ovation. Man, you know what? I'm not gonna lie. It must be hard dealing with Tisha, man. I don't wish that for nobody. I don't want that. I don't wish that for nobody, man. At first I was like, dang, like, you know, the mental and emotional abuse that allegedly Marceau displays is very like heart, like it just hurts. But like now, like Tisha, I mean, damn girl, my God, jeez Louise. Well, Marceau proposed to Tisha after a month. He wanted her. He got her. I don't feel bad for him either. Right. You wanted her, you got her. Why didn't you show the part where Kimmi shades Tisha about T-Squad? Kimmi said she didn't have to suddenly come up with a name. I don't know why I ain't show that part. Yes, family as well. Shake my head. Yes, my family as well. Yeah, Leah. I don't know, man. It's very weird. Them older women. I don't know what that's about. I ain't staying. And it's only a small handful of them, to be honest. And it's the ones on my daddy's side, not even the ones on my mama's side. I ain't staying in ish. Try me and your ish will be on the front line. Kimmi and Carlos need to ask Tisha who somebody is and have a talk about the imaginary friend. Right. Let me see. Kimmi is Wanda's age. Right. Too old. She too old to be acting like that. Some women have a secrecy mindset when it comes to men. I agree. I agree. He can do the bare minimum. That's more than enough for them as long as he around. Unfortunately, it's very unfortunate and it's really sad because they I don't know. Jalen still works at Black, but did he sign a contract with Carlos King? I don't know. These interviews are pointless. We don't need to see you kiss at right. I'm starting to think that they are pointless because he's not going to be honest. And so now we're going to see him interview with the men and we're going to see him lie again. But I'll be here to break it down with y'all. Yes, Black men are messed up, but they are our men. I don't know, child. They your men. They ain't claiming nobody that ain't happy to claim us. No, man. They don't seem enthusiastic about saying we, they women. So you calm down with all that. They our men. Get you one that is in love with you. But the whole hour, don't do that, right? They don't feel the same way. But it says if you get my drift, as messy as we are, and we are very messy people, Black family first. I get what you're trying to say, logical speaks. I really do. But, that is just not the reality for a lot of Black women. I think the times are different. Okay. I just think things are different. So people need to find who loves them. Because if you can't find nobody that love you in your area code, then you need to go to a new area code. But don't suffer. I think that's what I want to just teach people. Don't suffer. If you always used to dating this one type of man, try to date a nerd. Try different types of men. I'm not saying if you don't want to date out, don't date out. But if you are always dating one specific type of Black man, try to date other type of Black men. You know what I'm saying? But if you notice, Tisha has no friends outside of the show. She showed down. She's like exhausting. She's exhausting. Her ex took her to court for her son. So I would think she would be I would think so too, but it is what it is. She probably one of those women like, ain't nobody care when it was happening to me. Those nasty type of women. Tisha and Marceau's marriage. Okay, y'all. Okay, I'm finna read the last little bit of these and then we finna go ahead and get up out of this thing. Well, when this show, okay, wait. Tisha and Marceau's marriage is still better than Kimmi and Maurice's. Tisha is trying to have a voice when Kimmi has no voice. What? I don't know. I think, this ain't Mel Baldwin. Girl. Oh no, because on Destiny's show it say Mel Bowden. I was finna say Melnika. What it do? Okay, but no. I don't know, man. I wouldn't want either one of them. I don't think either one of those marriages, one is better than the other. I think they're both horrible. Neither one of them is better than the other. They both suck. But if it works for them, then perfect. They should be together forever, because I don't wish that type of misery on no woman. But the one that want it and the one that'll fight for it and go against other women for it. Okay, but well, when this show is canceled, Carlos can blame himself. Yep, I agree. Did Kimmi forget Tisha say that Kaiwa is basically? Yep, I guess she did forget. I guess she did, but whatever. I don't think maybe she don't. Hold on, I got a cough. But maybe she didn't want Tisha to tell her secret the next season, because Tisha kind of spiteful like that. I don't think it was bad until she started to get compared to Melody on the show. Okay, maybe. Okay. Tisha was pregnant. That's the only reason she was proposed to. Right. Marceau gets no credit. He created her insecurities. I believe that he did. I think he made them worse, right? She already had a lot of those insecurities. That comes from her mama, in my opinion. That's why Marceau doesn't want Letitia out dealing with the public people, right? I could see that. Letitia needs to surround herself with positive women. She had male, you know what I'm saying? But I don't think Marceau wants that out of her. He wants her to be, I think he wants her to be strong enough to combat with the women that are trying to help her build. I think he wants her to be strong enough to where if people try to like get her to see the, some of the parts about her marriage that she should kind of keep her eyes open to, like he wants her to be able to be strong enough to attack them. Like, I that's what I think he instills in her, like strength to attack women that, like, I think he says that is them being against their marriage. Oh, you're talking about our union. You must be against our marriage, even if you're trying to uplift her. But anyways, Latifah has the worst marriage. It is literally the worst. Have y'all noticed Destiny isn't hanging around them anymore? I just seen her with Martell. I don't know. She might still be with them. She be in their comments for sure. And here comes the homosexual giving us Black female advice on how to be a lady. That's crazy. Who? You talking about Carlos? They are all hanging. They are all hanging tough. Just a couple of months ago, they were all hanging tough. Just a couple of months ago. Oh yeah, they were. They were. All right, now y'all. That's all I got to say about that. That's all I got to say about that. I'm about to go ahead. Okay, you saying yep to that. I'm about to go ahead and get up out of here, man. I appreciate y'all for joining me on this live. I told you I'm gonna do another live tonight. I said I was gonna do it at 7:30. I'm probably gonna do it at 8. We're gonna talk about that video with Carlos King and the interviews that he's been going on doing. I think it's only about a 5-minute interview that I want to break down. So that's good. But I also want to talk about that live that Kenya did with Carlos that was supposedly kind of old. So I'll be looking out for y'all. Thank y'all for joining my live. I really appreciate y'all for supporting me.